Hello everyone, welcome back. So in today's video we will learn about a problem that we will solve using 3D, which is weighted job completion. So now let us see the outline of the video. We will see the problem statement and then we will see the steps to implement the algorithm. Then I will explain its running using an example and then finally we will go through its correctness. So let us see the problem statement. We will be given jobs which have two things, which is the processing time and the weight of it. So the main goal is to arrange the job in such a way that the sum of the product of the weight and the completion time of all the jobs minimizes. So you must be wondering, what is a completion time? So let us see in the next slide what is it. Suppose I have been given three jobs with their processing times as 1, 2 and 2 respectively. If I schedule the jobs in this way, that first of all I will perform job 1, then 2 and then finally 3, then the completion time of job 1 will be the same as that of the processing time, as we do not have any job preceding it. Now moving on to job 2, as we know that before performing job 2 we have to complete job 1, therefore the completion time of job 2 will be the time taken to complete the jobs previous to that of job 2 plus its processing time, which is 1 plus 2, which is 3, and then finally same for job 3, it will be 3 plus 2, which will be 5. So the completion time of a specific job will be its processing time plus the time taken to complete all of the job preceding it. So let us see how we can minimize the product of wait and completion time for all the jobs. We just have to sort the jobs in decreasing order of their weights divided by processing time. So let us see it's working using an example. So if I take an example that I have been given three jobs which have the following weight and processing time. So job 1 has processing time as 1 and weight as 2. Similarly for 2, it has weight as 2 and processing time as 2. Similarly for job 3, weight 3 and processing time 2. So if I sort the jobs in decreasing order of their weight divided by their processing time, we will get this array, which is, first of all we will schedule job 1, then job 3, and finally job 2. Therefore, the sum of product of wait and completion time for this sorted array will be wait into the completion time of job 1 plus wait of job 3 into the completion time of job 3, which will be 2 plus 1, which is 3, and then finally for job 2, the weight of job 2 is 2 into the completion time, which will be 2 plus 1 plus its processing time, which will be 2. Therefore, the sum will be 2 plus 9 plus 10, which is equal to 21. So now you can see that this sum is the minimum among all the sum of products of weight into completion time. So let us see some claim to prove the correctness of the algorithm. The claim says that our algorithm is optimal. So let's see how. Suppose there exists an optimal solution which do not sort the jobs in decreasing order of their weight divided by the processing time. Then there must be two consecutive jobs, J1 and J2, such that J1 is less than J2 and the quantity of Wj1 divided by Pj1 is less than that of Wj2 divided by Pj2. So if I interchange J1 and J2, then the completion time of jobs other than J1 and J2 will remain same, but the completion time of J1 will increase by Pj2. So let us see why. So if I assume that C was the starting time of job J1, then before interchange, the completion time of J1 will be C plus Pj2, but after the interchange, as we have scheduled job J2 before J1, the completion time will be C plus Pj1 plus the processing time of job J2. And for the same reason of interchanging, the completion time of J2 will decrease by Pj2. So let us see the change in the cost. So I am subtracting the before interchange cost from the after interchange cost. So the after interchange cost will be the weight of J1 plus the completion time of J1, which will be Pj1 plus Pj2 plus C, which was the starting point of J1, plus the weight of J2 into its completion time. Similarly for before interchange cost, it will be multiplied from the weight of J1 into its completion time, and finally the weight of J2 into its completion time. So we will be left with Wj1 into Pj2 minus Wj2 into Pj1. So if I take Pj1 and Pj2 common, I will be left with this quantity, which is Wj1 divided by Pj1 minus Wj2 divided by Pj2. So from this point, we know that Wj1 divided by Pj1 is less than that of Wj2 divided by Pj2. Therefore, it will be less than 0, which means the cost will decrease. Therefore, our algorithm is optimal. So let us see what we have got for you in the next video, which is interval coloring. So that's it for today's video. Thank you.